The Iran-Israel war intensified, where on the night of 21st June 2025, Israel launched its air campaign striking key military targets of Iran, which included the newly constructed buildings of military, apartments of the military officials, places where weapons were hidden, and other such new buildings. Iran's nuclear sites, scientists, army heads were targeted. Buildings connected to Iran's IRGC were completely destroyed and reduced to ashes by Israeli forces. Iran was shocked and deeply unsettled by the unrest. Israel aimed to eliminate all targets involved in the production of nuclear weapons. So it launched an attack during the night of 21st June 2025, leaving everyone in shock. But Iran was devastated, as it killed 400 to 600 people, most of them civilians, along with some military personnel. Hundreds more were injured and taken to the hospital. Iran quickly responded and was supported by Yemen. It threatened US that if Israel attacks Iran, then it will attack the US Navy military base. Shockingly, Lebanon lies between Iran and Israel. At a rooftop restaurant in Lebanon, people were enjoying music and dancing. Suddenly, they looked up in the sky and saw Iranian missiles. Lebanese were not frightened. Instead, they recorded the videos and enjoyed the scene as if Diwali fireworks were on. But these were mostly blocked by Israel's strong air defense systems. Don't mistake Iran for being weak. It's powerful. Israel is threatened. It is because Iran possesses Kheibar Shekan missile, known as Khorramshahr 4 K4 missile. The K4 missile is a powerful fourth generation weapon capable of traveling approximately 1,450 kilometers. Israel couldn't intercept it, and the missile struck targets. These airstrikes happened in several places like Tehran, Hamedan, Bushehr, airport, etc. Iran powerfully launched the missiles, and it was strange. Iran also used the controversial cluster bombs that are many small bombs sprayed over a wide area. No one agreed to this move, as some of these may not explode right away, and some can even explode even after the war is over if anyone accidentally steps on them. Iran exploded these cluster bombs at Israel, which led to unrest. These will now stay for years, say 4 5 years, and won't deactivate. Even after the war ends and the situation normalizes, they can suddenly explode if stepped on it. Many said real time explosives should be used during the war to fully settle the conflict. Instead, the cluster bombs were used, which Israel disapproved of. These strikes killed around 22 to 24 Israelis, while many others were injured. In a shocking move, the US extended its support to Israel. US showed its support for Israel by launching a surprise attack on Iran while they were asleep. In a covert operation carried out on 22nd June 2025 at 2:10 a.m., the American B-2 Spirit stealth bombers secretly launched an attack. At first, a few B-2 bombers were seen flying from Missouri to Guam, a US island in the Pacific Ocean. Everyone, including Iran, thought these bombers were going to attack Iran and had their eyes on Guam. But The real group of 7 B-2 stealth bombers quietly flew in the opposite direction. This tactic was used to catch everyone off guard and create confusion. I'll tell you how. At 2:10 a.m., 7 B-2 stealth bombers quietly flew protected by other fighter jets. The pilots did not talk much on the radio and got fuel in the air. The B-2 bombers, protected by the fighter jets, were secretly on their way, while Iran and the media had its eyes on Guam, hoping it would be attacked from there. The B-2 bombers secretly flew nearly 11,000 kilometers, almost half of the Earth, for 18 hours. Their goal was to destroy three of Iran's most secure nuclear sites. B-2 bombers aircraft carried a special weapon, GBU-57, also known as MOP. When dropped, it goes deep through the ground without exploding. Once it's deep inside the ground, it will explode and blow up the target. The work is done. The entire attack was completed within a minute. By the time Iran woke up, they were shocked to know that three of their nuclear sites were bombed. They expected attack from Guam, but that was just a distraction to blindside Iran and carry out the real attack. Iran was furious. Trump declared Operation Midnight Hammer, aimed at total destruction, a success and praised the Air Force for its precise execution. This should be a strong lesson for Iran, which has repeatedly threatened the US. US opposes Iran building nuclear weapons, seeing it as unpredictable. Trusting Iran is risky. With nuclear bombs, it could strike any country without warning. Trump declared the mission a success, confirming a 100% payload drop with all bombs dropped as planned. Iran has been taught a lesson. Will Iran stay quiet? No, it's furious and wants to retaliate. US has warned that if Iran continues its attack, it could escalate into what people fear World War III. With Russia's support, Iran has received sympathy as Russia condemned the US attack. Iran had issued only verbal threats, but US responded with force, like answering words with a slap. There should have been a war of words, not physical attacks. However, the US attack breached international law. Still, they justified the attack as a move to stop Iran's nuclear plans. China has also come out in support of Iran, joining Russia. US has taken note as both countries warned that further strikes on Iran could spark World War III. Russia and China have been offered nuclear support to Iran. In response, the US has said that if Iran accepts and continues attacking, it will involve NATO allies who will wipe Iran out as a nation. Now, will Iran stay silent and choose peace or strike back? If it retaliates, World War III could become a reality. People are anxious about what comes next.